Make room for Javi.
Found it! Welcome to my Project a Day video, where I explain a project or tell a story each day for a year, and I attempt to complete my shop. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is remove the battery so we can get to all the wiring. This is one way. Battery got a lot of dirt on it, so I'm going to see if I put some sort of a cover. Alright, let's take this out. I'll tell you one thing though, it sure beats removing 6 cells that are just as heavy as that. Now this is the old 36 volt port that allows me to plug in the charger on the front of the seat here. So I'm going to remove this. We're going to be using the lithium charger. Comes with a plug to the battery and a plug for standard 120 volt outlet, which will wire up to this. The old charge port, and here it is. I'm going to do it the easy way and pull up a wiring diagram for the switch. Okay folks, what we're going to do now is we're going to extend these cables because this is a meter, and I'm going to place it right inside the dash. This came with my lithium phosphate battery. Let's just go ahead and extend these wires. I grabbed some wire that I happen to have that have the same colors, so we're going to work with that. Red, black, yellow, blue. Let's see if we can manage to put it inside the dash. Let's take the old meter out. Just got to shave a little off the sides. Okay, we have our meter in place. Excellent. Now let's run this cable. I don't know how well you could see, but this is the key switch, and I'm going to have to attach these cables to it. Eventually, when I get a new dash, I'm going to get a new key switch and everything else, but for now, there's no sense in putting lipstick on a pig. Let's go ahead and start installing the steering wheel column. This is the steering wheel column that comes in the kit. And it simply goes on here, extends all the way down there, and connects to the rest of the wiring harness. So let's go ahead and start that install. So let's go ahead and take this apart. All you got to do is just pull. There are 4 screws here. Those are for the mounting brackets. We're going to place it right here in a nice comfortable spot, and here we go. That's good. And if we have to change it later, it's just snapping off this and loosening 4 screws, so that's not a big deal. One thing you should be mindful of is make sure all these wires are in their appropriate hold, don't pinch them on the side or anything, and then you just simply strap them all the way down. If you have a small hole that you got to get the wires through, then go ahead and unplug this for the moment. That's the lighting controller, and then plug it back in underneath the golf cart or behind the dash any way you can. Now we got one more thing to do before we put the dash back on, is to remove the old light switch because the new one is inside the turn signal. Light switch gone. I'm not just leaving a hole there, I'm putting in this piece. Orientation doesn't matter. Unclip it here. Step drills are a beautiful thing. There it is, nice and tight. On and off. Let's put the nut on, attach the wires, and we could close up the dash. The dash is done. Now to wire the rest of the stuff. We bought a new logo for the front, so we might as well take this one off. Guess my years in the sign business paid off. Oh, isn't that beautiful? On an old beat-up club car. Now the next thing we do is we put in this wiring harness. And what we'll do is we'll start from the back. That was a lot easier than I had imagined. Okay, let's try this side now. And voila! Well, now that we ran the lines through, let's go ahead and screw them in, and we're done with the back. And that, as they say, is that for the back. Now that I got the dash and the back and half the wiring harness run, I'm going to finish wiring the rest of the harness and connect them to the lights in the front. The final step will be securing the wiring harness all along the bottom of the cart with zip ties and making sure it doesn't run into any present or future obstacles. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment. I enjoy reading them, particularly when they're pleasant. Please subscribe, and as always, have a great day.
Make room for Javi.